This looks so wrong for so many reasons. Remember to lube her up. I don't think I need that much. It was just funny. I think I'll clean that up a little bit. Well, you know what they say. Make sure you put some lube on it. Just testing out the new antenna. It's not too bad. It's a GroundPlane. I was thinking, oh, it looks like the Eiffel Tower. Oh, funny that. Anyway, I plugged it all in. I haven't checked it with any meters or anything. I've eyeballed it. It was a job to solder these 4 wires onto that connector. But that's all done. Let's have a look at the signal to noise ratio. There's my design. So I printed out the top cone, put the antenna mount in there, and then this is going to go over the top, and then I've got to print out a little stand, and then what I've done is I've tuned it to 869.5, and then this is what we're doing, and 42 degrees is actually supposed to be optimum, so I've done it at 42 degrees, that angle there. So let's put this on there and see what happens. Wow, that's not looking too bad at all. Check out that thing. I was thinking it's like a satellite. Yeah, so soldering the center pin is fun. The soldering in general was, you need to set everything up and then solder it all in one go. This bit really. Because you solder that and then that comes unsoldered and falls off, and then you solder that one and then that one comes off. So yeah, but how cool. Well, we've got something to test. I've got no way to tune it other than it's the correct length. I'm gonna put some Gorilla Glue down the end of that bit, because you know that's not going to take much to snap off. So if we support that with some Gorilla Glue, probably put some tape on, could 3D print a cap or something, and then that will support that. This will make a bit more sense. Line it up with the computer. So that's what we've basically made. Just waiting for the Gorilla Glue to go off now. That'll help support that. Bit of fabric tape, and then it'd be nice to be able to measure it, but I don't have any equipment unfortunately. So we'll just have to test it. Well, that's pretty good, isn't it? For a homemade antenna that's not tuned, as in I've measured it. I haven't got a meter, so I've literally measured it with a ruler. So we're getting 5.7 kilometers. He does have 12 dBi gain, bear in mind, but I'm inside. Check out that. That's alright. There we go. There's the prototype. Not too bad at all. I put a little ball on top. I'm frightened I'm going to stab my eye out. So that is currently connected to almost 6 kilometers away with that RSSI and DBI, signal to noise ratio. Oh look, we can line it up with the... Oh. I thought this was a bit of fun. I've got no real way of testing the antenna other than if we go here, we can see roughly, I don't know what's happened with the GPS. The GPS has disappeared. I've got location turned on. I don't know, it's glitching out. So we're about 6 kilometers away. So if I'm connected to my DIY ground plane, which I've not tuned with any equipment other than a ruler, I can get approximately 6 kilometers with this RSSI and this signal to noise ratio. If we switch over to the other one, which is actually slightly closer, this has the paradar antenna, and it can't quite get it if I put it in the same place. That's interesting. And then sometimes it would just refuse to connect like this. I find the LilyGo much more reliable. That's the one that's on the roof. It's just refusing to connect to it, isn't it? Right, let's come back in a moment. Yeah, I would say the Heltechs are not as reliable as the LilyGo. The LilyGo is on my roof, and if I connect to my Bluetooth, within 10 seconds it will connect. The Heltechs, they might connect, they might not connect. Just, it's a bit random at best. And they're both, they're not running power saver mode. That's another issue with the Heltech. It will go into power saver mode and won't wake up. You have to go reset it. I wouldn't put one on my roof, is what I'm saying. Whereas the LilyGo is fine. Right, let's see. So we are now with the paradar antenna. And interestingly, they have the same gain. Different type of antennas. So let's see if, yeah, so here we go. So it did it 1 minute ago. So we can then compare the differences. And we are slightly closer. I should put them next to each other. I just couldn't get that when they were next to each other. So let's have a quick compare between the two numbers. But yeah, I find all this stuff fascinating because we can use computer simulation and simulate the RF, but we live in the real world, and the real world is actually quite chaotic. So there's nothing quite like real world testing, and I love all this. So this is sort of like, you know, preliminary testing. It's dark outside at the moment. We can't really go testing. So another day we'll do some actual outside testing. But for the moment, we can look at the differences. So, where are we? So this is a paradar antenna. That antenna costs £15. And we can look 128 minus 18.8. Now if we go back to my homemade GroundPlane antenna, which is slightly further away, look at that, 119, 15.5. How about that? So I've literally made an antenna. I watched a YouTube video. It's a nice bloke making GroundPlane antennas for Meshtastic. Inspired me. Designed something on CAD. Eyeballed it, soldered it together, and I'm getting better signal than from a £15 paradar antenna. I have no idea what it's tuned at. It's truly fascinating though, isn't it? So we'll do some more testing outside soon, and I'd love to get a meter to test it, but I'd actually just like to test it when it's when I have no idea how tuned it is, so other people don't have to buy meters. As long as you measure it correctly, you're close enough, and I'm getting better range than a paradar antenna. So this would be fun experiments. So I had a little chat with AI. It's a strange world we're living in now. And AI said you can use Vaseline to protect the connectors. But it says you want to use proper dielectric grease if you're using it for outside, because Vaseline will slowly break down. So AI is pretty good. I don't know if I want to put it in the connector or around the connector. I wanted to put a little bit underneath this cap. That does just pull off. That's TPU, that one. It's so random, all this stuff. So let's put a bit of Vaseline on. I'd quite like to put that on my roof. I think it looks quite cool. I might put a little LED in it. So, you know, because, oh, you can see, look, behind we've got all, I've been trying different things, you know. And, oh, there is an 18650 inside. I forgot to say that. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Look. I'm using it as a weight because it kept falling over. Right, let's put that Vaseline on. And, oh, that's a dipole for a different experiment. This looks so wrong for so many reasons. Remember to lube her up. I don't think I need that much. It was just funny. I think I'll clean that up a little bit. Well, you know what they say. Make sure you put some lube on it. Yeah, so where did we end up? Not too bad. I might put the supports for the radials on or not. I'm not really sure. There's lots of messing around I'm doing at the moment. These are the, they go under there. So I can have it like that all the way around. I could have different colour ones. Yeah, we could have some colour changey ones. You know, I could print it in TPU. I wasn't sure, thinking about it afterwards, if the Vaseline is going to attack the PLA. It's totally possible. All part of the experiment, you know. PLA in general doesn't like to be outside in the sun. TPU, polyurethane, super hardcore. So, you know, I might print it in polyurethane. I quite like the colour though. Quite cool. It's a triple colour. So hopefully I haven't damaged it putting all this Vaseline on. I shouldn't think so. Right, let's do some more testing.